Hello everybody, welcome to this week's 30-minute mentor session. If you can, as usual, please let me know that you can hear what I'm saying and you can see my screen, and we can get on with helping you make some money. I think we should be starting now. Just let me know if you can see my screen and hear my voice, please. Hello, hello, anybody there? Let me just have a look and see if we can see a few people. Hello, people. As I say, if you can just let me know by typing something in the chat section that lets me know that you can see my screen and hear my voice, and we'll get on with what we've got to cover today to help you make some money, help you break through, help you succeed in your goals, your ambitions. As soon as I get somebody that'll just type something in the chat section, we'll get going. We'll get moving, we'll get on. Says we have a few people in here. So if at least one of you could let me know by typing something in the chat section that lets me know that you can hear what I'm saying and you can see my screen. What I want to cover today is essential to your success. There is no way you will succeed without what's being covered today. So if you can let me... Okay, thank you very, very much, Larry. I appreciate you. You can hear fine, and hopefully you can also see my screen. So, as I said, what I want to talk about today is something that people feel like they have done, but in most cases they haven't. And if you can see my screen, the actual page there doesn't fully show the picture. I'm going to have to modify that. I only wrote this post on my blog. I just got it up there today, earlier on. So let me find it here. It's been called commitment, taking your life to the next level. Because if you're not committed to what you are doing, I am afraid you will not be successful. By the way, if you've got any questions about marketing, any challenges that you have, you can also put them into the chat section now, and I will cover them as we go through or at the end, whatever. So what I'm asking here is, do you want to earn over twice the average household income in the USA in less than a quarter of the time, like I do? The average household income in the USA, I think it said UK, but anyway, UK, USA, there's not a great deal of difference. The average household income is approaching $5,000 a month. And there is no reason why you can't achieve that in less than a quarter of the time. In other words, to make $5,000 in 3 months is really pretty simple. And you should be aiming at doing that in 1 month. But 98% of people do it wrong and 98% of people fail. And it leaves just a small percentage of people that are actually generating genuine, real incomes online. And there are lots of factors that go into making money online. I've been concentrating on 2 things this year, building a list and communicating with the list. But there are things that go behind that. There are things that you need. It's within you, within your mind, and you must be committed. And I've come across all sorts of people called commitment. And most of the time, it's not commitment, because commitment is black and white. You're either committed or you're not. There's no, well, I'm committed until, I'm committed but. You know, you can't have qualifications in commitment. You either are or you're not. And anything in between is not. So it's either yes, I am committed, fully committed, or you're not fully committed. So I don't know whether this is making sense to you, but I get a lot of people. I've had people, and I've told them outright, you know, go somewhere else if that's your attitude, because they come along and they say, yeah, I'm totally committed, and I've got $1,500, and I'm gonna be fully committed and until that $1,500 is gone. And I say, that is not commitment. That is just wasting your $1,500. If you want to waste it, go somewhere else. I don't want you wasting your money with me. Because with that attitude, they're set up to fail already. They're saying, if I can't make it, they're saying, I'm not sure I can do this. I'm not really committed to it. I'm just going to give it a go, and I'm prepared to give it a go to the extent of $1,500. And they might as well go and buy $1,500 worth of lottery tickets, because without 100% commitment, without the fact that you're saying, right, this is it, I am going to do it, you're not going to do it. So I can show you, if you're committed, I can show you what to do and how to do it right. But I'm not going to sugarcoat things just to spare your feelings. Yeah, I'm committed. I'll put in 2 hours a day, but no buts. I'll put in 2 hours a day until no untils. 2 hours a day. If that's what you're going to put in, you're going to put it in. If you have a job and you go and you get paid a salary, they don't say to you, you know, turn up when you can and work for us when you can. They say, look, you're here, and okay, I know there are flexi hours and things like that now, but basically they say you work X amount of hours doing these tasks, and we will pay you a certain amount of money for it. And you agree to that, and you say yes, and you turn up and you do those tasks. And if you don't, they get rid of you. And that's fair. Now, you don't have somebody that's going to pay you for doing set tasks. You are self-employed. You have to be totally committed, but you have to say, okay, if I'm committed to 2 hours a day, I'm going to do 2 hours a day. And if you can't do it in the time that you originally allocated, which may have been from 4 o'clock in the morning till 6 o'clock in the morning before you go to get ready and do your day job, and for some reason you don't have that time this particular day, or you miss it, that doesn't mean that you don't do it. That's not commitment. It means that you fit it in somewhere along the line, whether it's in your lunch breaks or whether it's in when you come home before you go to bed. If you're committed to 2 hours a day, you do 2 hours a day. If you're committed to $300 a month, you're committed to $300 a month, not for 5 months until I've spent $1,500 and I've found that this isn't working, because that's not a commitment and it's not going to work with that attitude. If you're looking for push button solutions and hype, you're not going to find them here because they don't exist. You can go wherever you want. There's lots of shiny objects out there. You can go bust $37 a time. You've got to be committed. You've got to say, look, this is the turning point. I got a message today. I can't remember what it said now. I'll look it up in a bit, but it's about the past isn't your life. It's what was your life. It doesn't matter. It's not relevant. There are lessons there that you can draw on. You can see where you've made mistakes and try and avoid those mistakes again. You can see where you had successes and try and emulate those again. But it's not your life. That's gone. That was your life. Your life is your future. And you've got to commit to it now, today, and say, look, I'm going to change it, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do it right. Whatever it costs, whatever it takes, I'm going to get there. And if you do exactly as I say, and you are fully committed, then you will be successful. And you will join that elite 2 or 3% that are making thousands and thousands of dollars a month online and living a lifestyle that you could only imagine. But if you don't, you will probably, almost certainly, fail. So don't waste your time. If you're committed, go for it. And if you're not, you might as well sit down and watch television every night and what do they call it? They call it the idiot's lantern, don't they? You know, there's a saying that successful people have big libraries and small TVs, and unsuccessful people have big TVs and small libraries. And it's very true. Successful people, all the successful people I know are good readers. They read a lot. Some of them watch quite a bit of TV as well, but they're very, very selective about what they watch. They don't just sit down and watch it because they've got nothing to do, because they have things to do. And so they're very, very selective. So let's look at a definition of commitment, because this is what can change your life. There's a paragraph here, and it can change your life. And I'm going to give you a link to this blog so you can go through things. But my definition of commitment is, and listen to this and think about it, doing what you said you would do long after the mood in which you said it has passed. That's a pretty simple statement, but it is very powerful. Commitment, doing what you said you would do long after the mood in which you said it has passed. It's easy for you to go somewhere, go to a seminar, watch a personal development video, go to watch Tony Robbins, do a fire walk, come out all, yeah, wow, boom, yeah, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. because you're all fired up. You've been fired by external emotion and external things, and you've been part of a group and it's all rah rah, yeah. But when it comes to the reality and you get to start doing things, and some of the things you're not used to doing, and so you don't like them, so you put them off. Some of the things you say, oh, because I don't like them, and I put it off a bit, and it's not really working anyway. So, you know, that's not commitment. Commitment is doing what you said you would do when you had that great elated feeling, when you said, yeah, I am going to make it happen. But when that's gone, it's commitment that is going to take you where you need to go to be successful. So write that down. Commitment is doing what you said you would do long after the mood in which you said it has passed. That is power. Now I've got a video on this page, and that's why I'm going to send you to have a look at this afterwards. And this is Andy Andrews, who's a very entertaining speaker. And he's going to light some fire underneath you. But that fire, you have to make it within yourself. You have to do it by making that commitment to yourself. You've got to commit to put aside fear and doubt and do whatever it takes to be the person that you truly want to be. Because fear and doubt will stop you being what you want to be. There's people that can help you. I can help you. There are lots of people that can help you. But nobody can do it for you. I can provide you with the best training, the best systems, not always built by me, not always delivered by me. But you must provide the commitment. I get a lot of people coming to me saying, what's the best opportunity? It doesn't matter what the opportunity is. If there are 5 people making lots of money with an opportunity, the opportunity is fine. Whether you can make money or not with it depends on one thing, and one thing only. How committed are you to succeed with that opportunity? Because if you're not committed, you'll give up. You'll look for something else. You'll look for something easy. And let me tell you now that there is no easy way. There is no easy money. People come to me and they say, what's the best source for traffic? And there isn't one. If there was one, if there was somewhere, some magical place that you could go and buy the best quality traffic and leads that would always opt in to any opportunity, everybody would be rich. It would be that push button system. It doesn't exist. I can send you to 100 places to go and get traffic. And of those 100 places, there will be people that are raving about the quality of traffic that they got. And there will be a majority of people saying that the traffic sucks. And they may be using the same opportunity, the same landing pages, the same everything. There are things that are important when you're looking at traffic, and it's not just the source of the traffic. Okay, it's got to be quality traffic. It's not going to be, there's a lot of bot traffic out there. There's a lot of stuff that you can get opt-ins for 10 cents. You can get all this sort of stuff. But it's rubbish. It's automated. It's bot traffic. There's people sat in sweat boxes in Vietnam and places like that in front of computers all day, getting paid less than it costs for the electricity to run the computers, just opting into things for people. Just, you know, that's no good to you. It's got to be decent traffic. But how well it converts will be down to your commitment to make it convert for you. What do I mean by that? There's a lot of unwritten laws, or they may even be written, you know, but they're not proven. They're theories, if you like, but they're just as self-evident as the fact that gravity exists and that if you drop your pen, it's going to fall to the floor. And they are that if you are approaching using that traffic in the right way, you will get the right results. And if you're approaching using that traffic in the wrong way, just because you want to make money, there's nothing wrong with making money. But making money happens because of things. It shouldn't be just the thing that's there that you know, I've got to have money, I've got to have money. Give me the money, give me the money. Because if that's your attitude, your advertising won't work. And I know that sounds crazy, but I know it for a fact. I've given people the same traffic sources that I use. I've given them the same copy that I use. And we've tested it with, I think the most I've ever done was about 12 people. And I was getting 60–70% opt-ins, and this was all blind. Nobody knew what names they were. It wasn't because they knew that I was advertising this or somebody else was advertising it or whatever. These were squeeze pages that were just advertising a particular thing, and I was getting like 60–70%, sometimes 80% opt-ins, and some people were getting 10%. And the average was around about 25–30%. And some people were doing a bit better, getting 40 or 50%. And sales, what about the sales? The sales were the same. Most people were making no sales, whereas I was making enough to cover the advertising. So what's the difference? It's in there. It's your commitment, your intent in that advertising. Is your intent just to see how much money you can scrape in from wherever it comes from? Or is your intent to provide value to the people that you are advertising to? Because somehow, if your intent is just to rake in the money, it comes over in the advertising. Don't ask me how. I don't know, but I know what the results show. If your intent is to provide as much value as you possibly can to as many people as possible, that'll come over in the advertising. And if you're advertising with authority, in other words, if you're selling something that you personally own, a training, a seminar, a video, a software, whatever it is, and you think it's good, that authority within you that says, you know, I bought this, I use it, I love it, that comes over in your advertising. Even though it's not said there, or even if it is said there and it's not true, that'll come over. If it's said and it is true, that comes over. So those are the things you want, that intention, that authority, and the honesty that goes with it. And that will be the difference in how you get that reaction to your traffic. You may get a bad batch of leads, but I'm talking about over a reasonable number. It'll happen, it'll average out that way. But it's all down to commitment. My 30-minute mentor sessions are here to help you. Will they help you? only if you apply what you're learning, only if you do these things, only if you're fully committed to making that change in your life, only if you have that intent to be of service, only if you are prepared to do what it takes to learn everything so that you can teach people and have that authority, and only if you're honest in the way that you approach it. Because then you will start to see success. There are 98% of marketers out there that are saying, oh, do this because it's the blind leading the blind. They've never made any money online. Most of them are lucky if they've made a couple of $100. You've got to stand out. You've got to be something genuine, and it will show through. And that commitment is essential to you. And I think I've that video is there. You see, there are probably a million or more ways of making 5,000 a month within 60 days online, if you have the mindset to do it. Any one of them will work. If somebody else is making money out of something, you can be making that money too. Once you decide to take action and allow nothing to stand in your way, then one method will present itself to you. Opportunities come to you. They come to you as another of these natural laws. Once you put your mind into gear, once you put everything else in place, the opportunities, you'll start to see them. They'll start to come towards you. All you've got to do is pick one and take it, and you'll achieve your goal. And if you want to work with a successful community of people, then that's good too. And this video here, I really recommend you watch it. It's, as I say, it's entertaining, but it's very, very insightful as well. And it's about commitment. There's a nice little bit there. It says, to be a winner, all you need to give is all you have. You see athletes on the track that do a sprint, and at the end of the sprint, or it might not be a sprint, it might be a long distance race, but at the end, they fall down, they collapse. They've just given it everything that they had. Whether they came in first or third or last, that's it, boom. They fall over, down, it takes them a while to get up. They've given it everything. There's no holding back. There's no maybe, there's no what ifs. You've just got to go out and do it. Give it everything you have. Okay, where are we? 1328. I wanted to cover that. I've got the link for that post, and you can get this video on there. I can't remember how long it lasts for. Let me just see if it comes up there. Yeah, it's not that long. It's 5 minutes, 5.5 minutes. So let me get back to here and say a personal hello to everybody. Stop screen sharing. Oh, I said I'd look for that quote, didn't I? Can't remember who sent it me. I think it was Bob. Yeah, just have a look. Yeah, here we are. I'll put this in the chat section for you, and you can copy it or whatever if you like. I'll post it on my Facebook page as well, I think. It's on my Facebook page, I hope. Seems to have disappeared. But let me come back here. Let me put it in here for you. There we go. Your life isn't behind you. Your memories are behind you. Your life is always ahead of you. Today's a new day. Seize it. And that was Steve Maraboli, author and speaker. I'll be honest, I've never heard of him. You may have done. I will be looking him up because that is very profound. A wonderful, wonderful quote. Your life isn't behind you. Your memories are behind you. Your life is always ahead of you. And today's a new day. Seize it. Wonderful quote. Very inspirational. So do we have any questions? Anything on marketing that I can help you with? Anything that you've been struggling with? Anything that you feel is a big obstacle standing in your way that we can jump on together and break it down into tiny little bits so that it disappears? Is there anything there? Incidentally, I'm going to be putting these 30-minute mentor sessions on my blog because I just had a look the other day. I just did a Google search. In fact, I'll do it now for fun. How do I have to go into screen share again, I suppose. Where can we get a Google search? Here we go. I just did a search for, I mean, you can do this as well. I've not screen shared, have I? Just bear with me. If I knew what I was doing, I'd be dangerous. Screen share. Google. Okay. I just did a search for 30-minute mentor the other day, and where are we? Oh, it wasn't this. I was looking for images. I was looking for mentoring images and things, and all this lot came up, and these are all these are all webinars that I've done, and they're all about different things, about different traffic sources, about different ways of doing things, and I thought, okay, what I need to do is I need to get these in one place that people can access them and file them in a way that people can get all this training totally free and go back through it. But there's lots of good stuff here, and I don't know whether this YouTube, it'll take you to, there you go. So there's one. I'm not sure about the dates here. July 23rd, 2015. Not that long ago then, just last year. So if you do a search, if you want to go back through them, presumably it'll get you to my YouTube channel, although it doesn't look like it does. Up next, opportunity knocking, 30-minute mentor, 31st of March. All sorts of things down the right. There's some more 30-minute mentor stuff down here. If you were to go to YouTube and search for 30-minute mentor, I'm sure that would get you to my channel, where you can find lots of stuff. I'll put a link for this in as well. But it just made me realize how much information there was out there. And you know, people pay thousands and thousands of dollars for far less than I have on my channel. So there's a link to my YouTube channel. And I said I was going to put a link into the blog, didn't I? Don't know if I've done that. No, I haven't. Let me get a link for that. I'll post that as a sticky. because then you can watch that video. There we go. That should be there as a sticky message now. So you can just click on that and it'll take you there and you can watch that video. So if we don't have any questions from anybody, there's nothing I can help you with in particular. Hi Bobby, Selma, Larry, Maya, Terry, George, Jean-Pierre, Dhananjaya. Is that how you pronounce it? I hope so. I hope I've not made a mess of that. Omar, Samuel, everybody, you're very welcome. I'm glad you're here. I hope it's been useful for you. Believe me when I tell you, if you don't have this commitment in place, you're fighting an uphill battle. You're just not going to make it. It is essential, whatever you have to do to get there and to be totally 100% committed. As I say, 99% committed is not committed. It is black and white. You've got to be 100% committed. 99.999% committed is not committed. The only way you can be committed is 100% committed. And if you're not that, you're not committed. And if you're not committed, I'm afraid you're not going to succeed. It is that important. Okay. I'm going to leave you. And thank you. There is a redirect option on here, but more often than not, it doesn't work. I don't know why, but I'm going to click it now and hopefully you'll be redirected to the blog. And if not, you've got the link in the sticky there. And as there are no questions, there's nothing I can do to answer them for you. So I'll love you and leave you. Thank you for being here, and God bless you all. And I'll see you next week. God bless.